We learn something new every day. This quote holds true for many people, be it boring facts, people's names, or useless history dates. We humans have a very large brain capacity for storing information. So today, I have a bunch of random facts that I thought you might find interesting. Hiccups can feel like they last a long time and are quite annoying. Usually though, hiccups last only for a couple minutes. Well, the American Charles Osborne hiccuped for nearly 69 years. The origin of this record started when he was 28 years old. He was holding a pig and preparing it to kill it on a scale. But when he was going to pick up the pig, he fell down and suddenly started to hiccup. Ever since then, he has never stopped. In a span of 69 years so far, he hiccuped a total of 430 million times. If you thought hiccuping for 69 years was long, that's nothing compared to the longest hug, which lasted 5,000 years. Who could possibly hug for this long? Well, they were two skeletons found together by archaeologists in northern Italy. They came from the Neolithic age, and since death have been hugging each other ever since. Human thigh bones are stronger than cement. That's right, the toughness of concrete is not as great as the toughness and rigidity of bones with the same cross-section. Human femurs can withstand a force of 1 ton vertically. The tissue structure in the bone cortex is particularly delicate, like reinforced concrete. The organic matter of the bone is like a steel bar, forming a network structure, closely arranged in layers, making the bone elastic and tough. But if a human's thigh bone gets injured from the side horizontally, it can break much more easily. The first recorded blood transfusion in human history occurred in 1667. The French doctor Jean-Baptiste Denis gave a young patient 2 pints of sheep blood. Yes, sheep blood. He used a special tube to connect the carotid artery of the sheep to the human brachial artery and gave the goat blood to the person. And it succeeded. However, later deaths caused by blood transfusions forced both the French Parliament and the British Parliament to order that all blood transfusions be prohibited. Your average pencil is a lot tougher than it looks. An ordinary pencil can draw a line up to 56 kilometers. That's more than 500 football fields. That distance is pretty much from Times Square all the way to Long Island. Imagine drawing a line for that long. It can even write about 50,000 English words. A person has 300 bones at birth, but only 206 in adulthood. Why is this? Why are we losing bones and where do they go? Well, that's because in infancy, 5 sacral vertebrae will gradually merge into 1 sacrum, and 3 to 4 tail vertebrae will grow into 1 coccyx. In addition, 2 hip bones in adults are composed of 2 sacrum bones in infancy, a total of 6 bones, 2 ischial bones, and 2 pubic bones. This is why the number of bones is high in infancy, and the number of bones is reduced in adulthood. Without coloring, Coca-Cola should be green. When Coca-Cola first formulated, the color was actually green. Green Coca-Cola was originally medicine. On May 8, 1886, the American medical scientist John Pemberton wanted to invent a beverage that many people who need nutrition supplements like to drink. That day, he was stirring the prepared beverage and found that it had quite a refreshing taste. Mixed with a sedative effect and headache relief, he added this liquid to syrup and water, then added ice cubes. When he tasted it, it tasted great. But when the second glass was poured, the assistant accidentally added carbonated water. This time the taste was even better. But because the color was a bit weird, they added pigment to make it the dark brown color we all know today. The total length of blood cells in adults is about 96,000 kilometers, and the circumference of the Earth is 40,000 kilometers. This theoretically meant that if all human blood vessels were to be connected into a line, the length can go around the Earth 2.5 times. The density of a neutron star is extremely amazing. Just 1 cubic centimeter of a neutron star material can weigh 100 million tons, even up to 1 billion tons. If such a heavy celestial body of our Earth shrinks into a neutron star, the diameter is estimated to be only 22 meters. If the water of all the oceans in the world evaporates, a salt layer of about 60 meters thick will accumulate on the bottom of the sea. If all the salt in the seawater is extracted and laid on the land, the height of the land can increase by more than 150 meters. The bananas that we eat today were not always that color. The yellow banana is actually a mutant that was only discovered in 1836. The original bananas didn't taste sweet and were red or green. By the way, because there is only 1 species of bananas, the effects of a fungus called Fusarium oxysporum tropical type 4, or TR4 for short, could cause the bananas we eat now to become extinct. A snail is an animal with the most teeth on the earth. Yes, not a shark or an alligator. A snail has the most teeth. A snail's mouth has a rectangular tongue with countless small and neat horns. These teeth have a maximum of 135 rows, and each row has about 105 teeth. By all accounts, the snail has more than 10,000 teeth. Not only do snails have many teeth, but they also are very sharp. They are able to eat anything they can, and for some farmers, they are quite the disaster. The can opener was invented 48 years after the invention of the can. Yes, they invented something to open another thing 48 years later. Cans were invented by the Englishman Peter Durand in 1810, and the can opener was patented in the United States in 1858. Although it sounds incredible, we need to note that the canned food in 1810 is very different from modern canned food. Due to the backwardness of metallurgy and material technology, the can wall was thicker and heavier at that time. According to food historian Meredith Sales Hughes, the original cans needed to be opened with a chisel and hammer. Look, even a can and a can opener needs 48 years to find a partner. I guess I can finally understand why I'm still single. Of all the English words, the one with the most meaning is set. Set has the most with 464 explanations. The rest of the highest number of meanings in order are run with 396, go with 368, take 343, stand 334, get 289. Just one under get is turn with 288, put at 268, fall 264, and strike with 250. I'm sure many of you know that if you cut off a cockroach's head, it can still live for several weeks. But not many people know why this is. Beheading a person can cause blood loss and lower blood pressure, which prevents the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to important tissues, so the person bleeds to death. But cockroaches don't have blood pressure like humans. They don't have a huge network of blood vessels like humans. They don't even have tiny capillaries that require a lot of pressure to get blood through. If the heads of cockroaches are cut off, it is very common that their necks are closed by coagulation with uncontrolled bleeding. And because cockroaches are insects, they can go for several weeks without eating anything. Well, that's all the facts I have for you today. Although most of these facts are pretty boring, if you were to ever use it on a date or a long walk, you can seem a hell of a lot smarter. Flex on your friends with this big brain knowledge. Thanks for watching.